What is up, everybody? Wyvern here. It has been about a week, a little bit more, since we had the new Pokemon launched in Pokemon Go, the new Gen 4 Pokemon that we're seeing. So I wanted to do just a brief overview today on how PvP Poke ranks them and how viable they will be in PvP. So let's jump right into it. Starting with Cherim, PvP Poke has it ranked in Great League. All of these are going to be Great League rankings. At 208 with Razor Leaf, Dazzling Gleam, and Solar Beam as its movesets. It does not have the best stats, sitting around 170 attack and stamina with about 150 defense, so it's not awful, but it's probably not one of your more viable grass types. Having that fairy type attack on it with Dazzling Gleam could be interesting depending on a specific cup's meta, but otherwise, I'd probably overlook that one. Moving on, we have Hippowdon at 181 ranking overall. It has much better stats than Cherim. Its stats are pretty well-rounded. They're all right around or over 200. So it could be a pretty viable ground type. The problem is it does not have a good ground fast move. It has Fire Fang for energy or bite for damage, and then you're going to want to run Earth Power and Body Slam. So it does have that new move, Earth Power, but not having a ground move makes it not quite as viable. You can run Stone Edge on it for coverage, but I would probably stick with Earth Power and Body Slam and run Fire Fang as that fast move. Moving on to Gastrodon, we have a new Mud Boy in the game for PvP. It's going to be another ground water type, and it's ranked right around 134 overall in Great League. Its stats are comparable to Whiscash. It runs Mud Slap, Earth Power, and Body Slam. It can run Water Pulse, but I would recommend the other two. So you're looking at the same two charged moves as Hippowdon, simply running Mud Slap as that ground move, so it gives it that edge up over Hippowdon, even though its stats are a bit down. Running Body Slam on it and then a stat-changing move in Earth Power does make it very viable. I would say the only difference between that and Whiscash is Body Slam versus Blizzard. Otherwise, you're going to be running Earthquake/Earth Power, so they're definitely very comparable. Next up, we have Wormadam. Trash form is ranked very high. We're going to go through each of the three forms. Trash form is the highest. It's ranked 37. I'm honestly not sure why it's ranked as high as it is, but it's supposed to be really good in PvP. It has pretty good stats. Stamina, attack, and defense are all pretty well-rounded. It has Bug Bite and Confusion as fast moves, as well as Iron Head and Bug Buzz. All three of them learn Psybeam as well. I'm not sure what the moveset is you would want to use. I think Iron Head and Bug Buzz is what was suggested. So I'm not entirely sure what makes that one so powerful. I guess Bug and Steel is just a good typing. It looks like Fortress is going to be pretty viable in the Rainbow Cup, so that could be what they're going on there. Wormadam Sandy and Plant Cloak are both ranked respectively 176 and 205. They have the exact same stats as Wormadam Trash Form, since ultimately they are the same Pokemon. They have the same fast moves with Bug Bite and Confusion. They both learn Bug Buzz and Psybeam. The only difference is, instead of Iron Head, Sandy form learns Bulldoze, and Plant form learns Energy Ball. So those just aren't going to be as good coverage, I suppose. I'm not sure why they're ranked so many spots below Trash form, but I guess they're just not going to be as viable. Mothim, you never want to touch. It's ranked 278. It has very, very, very bad defense. Its other stats are okay, but it will only learn Bug Bite, Aerial Ace, and Bug Buzz, and that's not the best moveset. There's other bug flying Pokemon that would be much better than Mothim, so do not touch that with a 10-foot pole. Garchomp will be a very interesting one in future Great League tournaments. It has amazing stats, especially attack. I think it's right around 240 or so. It learns Dragon Tail as a fast move, but Mud Shot is what you're going to want to run with. And then it learns Outrage and Earthquake as charge moves. That is the ideal moveset there. It also learns Fire Blast, but not getting that stab and having it charge up a lot slower. That's not going to be an ideal moveset. Gabite is another one you could run, the pre-evolution of Garchomp. It's ranked at 230 overall. It has much lesser stats, especially fairly poor defense, but you've seen a lot of people running Dragonair. You've seen a lot of people running Shelgon, so these pre-evolutions can be common for sure. The main reason I would run it is for charging up charge moves faster. It learns Mud Shot as a fast move as well, but then it knows Twister and Flamethrower as charge moves. So those will charge up a lot faster than Outrage and Fire Blast, respectively. So it's really looking at that ground versus fire typing, but personally, I would still probably go with Garchomp. Leafeon, moving on to the new evolutions now, is ranked at 117. It has very good attack and defense with decent to poor stamina. It is a new Razor Leaf user, which is very exciting for Great League. Razor Leaf is one of the best damaging fast moves. It then learns Leaf Blade and Energy Ball. So the disappointing thing about Leafeon and Glaceon is they only learn Grass and Ice type moves respectively, but it's still a very good attacker. Glaceon, on the other hand, is not as good. It's ranked 275. Its stats are relatively similar to Leafeon, but it learns Ice Shard and Avalanche and Icy Wind. So I think the reason Leafeon is ranked so high is simply because of that Razor Leaf Leaf Blade combo. Glaceon does not have as much of a combo going for it, causing it to lower in the rankings. Magnezone is ranked very high as well, I think within 4 spots of Magneton. It has very good stats, especially its attack, and then it can learn Spark for good energy charge, and then it can learn Wild Charge and Zap Cannon. I think it learns a Metal move as well, or sorry, Steel type. I believe it learns Flash Cannon, but you're going to want to run with Wild Charge and Zap Cannon, similarly to Alolan Raichu. It does not learn Thunder Punch, but you can always sub Flash Cannon for Zap Cannon. Moving on, Probopass was a surprise play in a lot of regional tournaments. He's supposed to be really good in PvP with that Steel Rock type. He has phenomenally amazing defense. I cannot hype his defense enough. It is through the roof. He has okay attack and stamina, but he's mostly a defensive Pokemon. His moveset will depend on your team, what type of void you need to fill with the Probopass. He has Rock Throw and Spark, which are both very good fast moves. Spark charges up a bit more energy, whereas Rock Throw will get that stab. Then he'll learn Rock Slide, Magnet Bomb, and Thunderbolt, which are all very good charge moves. So Probopass just all around is a very good Pokemon, and I expect to see it get some play in future tournaments where it's allowed. That is going to do it for today's video, guys. I apologize that it's coming a little bit late for you. I've been really busy with my move back up to Minnesota and just trying to get settled up here and set for the summer. Regardless, I hope this video was able to be of some use to you guys, and if any of these Pokemon will be featured in another Cups meta, I will cover them in a new video as well. But until next time, guys, I'm Wyvern. Thank you so much for checking it out. If you enjoyed it, please be sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see y'all next time.